Welcome back everybody, this is Metacross31 again, bringing you another replay from the King's Ridge Community Challenge, which was running in the month of May. This is the winning time for the Gold Challenge in the Fire category. It was performed by LEBOVIN in 22 minutes and 21 seconds. And let's start the replay. Again, I'm gonna speed up the beginning a little bit, because not a lot is happening.
Arrived just in time. I can't save this dying world without you.
And
my father,
as you see,
believes the gods will
LEBOVIN,
save
just
us,
as the
but
other
they're gone,
people as
and
well,
we must
doing
act.
the blocking thread, where he body blocks the bandit footman for a little bit, so more of the frost units can survive. And by the way, this time around I turned my game sound on. Maybe you could let me know in the comments if this is a little, if you like this more, or if you liked it more without the game sound, or if the volume is too loud or too silent. Okay, so as you saw, he defended the first squad of bandit footmen, and he's building the power wells inside the base. Now the jumping around part comes again, and he starts by building a wall and putting Sunstriders on there. And instead of taking the fourth power well immediately, he first of all places a mine over there. And because he put his Sunstriders on this part of the wall, it's for some reason happens more often than not that as soon as the first spawn from this Twilight Infestation arrives, that the Twilight Slaver also brings the Devastator and Twilight Hag into the attack, and so with just one mine you can clean this off pretty quickly, and the Sunstriders can kill the Twilight Creep, which doesn't get hit by the mine obviously. And now he immediately brings in one Sundra in order to kill this base. Sunstriders using their ability on the Twilight Hatecaster, so this Sundra doesn't take too much damage. And by that he already cleared out the first Twilight camp. Now he can take the power well over the wall and heal up his Sundra from the other side, just as you can do in the map Slave Master, for example. And as soon as the Sundra is at full health again, he goes over here to attack the second base over here. First of all, these two units he clears off with a mine as well.
A power well is under attack. Your forces are
Oh, and
under attack.
by the way, on the west side he also uses the frost units for defense, just as the other replays did as well. He also placed one makeshift tower to help with the defense. And now he starts clearing this camp with just some eruption spam, so no spawns can come out of there. Now he only has to clear up the units inside of this camp.
A power well is under attack. Your forces are under attack.
And to do this, he runs over there with some Sunstriders. And we're probably gonna see mines, I would guess. I've seen these replays before, but it was back in June when we did the replay casting stream, so I don't know remember everything that happens. Oh yeah, double mine to really quickly clear off these Hatecasters. Not Hatecasters, the Wildbloods. And he spawned one Sundra, and while it stays, the Sundra Striders already start clearing off this Twilight Fleshbender. And with two Sundras, he can just run in there, kill the Hatecasters because they have siege. The Sunstriders can disable them, so they don't deal any damage, and they can also kill the flying units, together with some eruptions.
A power well is under attack.
And he doesn't even need to use the Sundering ability, so he has more power to immediately go tier 2.
Enemies lay siege to your base.
And by that he has cleared off the eastern part in around 7 minutes, which was quite a quick time compared to the other colors, if I remember correctly. And now he also built a wall on the west side, because attacks are getting stronger over there. And he also built a second squad of Sunstriders for defense. Or maybe he just used the Sunstriders he still had left over from over there. Now he builds some Paramaniacs on each side, two on the right side, one on the left side. The red affinity because it deals a ton of damage in defense. Oh, and by the way, over here he's also gonna do what we've already seen in Wanky's replays, in that he will use something to clear this camp over the wall. In this case he's using Termite Hill, which you might have already seen in the Nightmare Shard speedrun challenge, which happened I think a few months ago, maybe even still in the open beta. And you already see Moon standing ready, because he's also gonna do the tactic where he jumps in there with Moon to prevent the gate. And you also see a Wildfire dealing a ton of damage, and now the Termite Hill is activated. And another Wildfire. Now you see Moon running over there together with some North Guards, which are probably gonna tank up the damage from the archers on these walls. And now you see the Bandit Soul Hunter is almost dead, and then he just jumps in and kills it with an eruption, and the Wildfire still kills the small units. Now he can immediately kill off Moon after picking up the power well. And now he just has to wait until he has enough power to go tier 3. In the meantime, not a lot is going on. He's still defending with his Pyromaniacs and one squad of Sunstriders. Twilight and Stonekin fighting each other on the right side. So I could speed this up a little bit. Now you see tier 3 coming up, also pure fire. And then later we are gonna see some flying units as well, which he's gonna use to fly over this lake to clear the space. There we heard the tier 3 coming up. He already builds a Shrine of War, which is gonna give him a lot of void power refund. Super strong card in speedrunning as well as in casual gameplay or in RPB. And there you see he uses a Spitfire. First of all, he clears off this Bandit Sky Defender. He probably doesn't have to if he flies around in a big circle, but it doesn't hurt him anyways. There we see the second Spitfire. And now he activates a Shrine of War, so he gets his void power back from killing these units, and so he really quickly got his third Spitfire as well. And now with this 3 Spitfires he clears off some more units to get the rest of his void power back, because he still had a little bit left. And now he starts clearing this camp. First focus is the spawn building, and he also activated Unity on them, the blue affinity, so they don't take that much damage, especially from these Bandit Sky Rakes, which are super strong against flying units. But with all of these cannons of the Spitfires, they go down pretty quickly. And now with the siege damage against the artillery and the knockback against the small units, this is quite easy for him. The only thing that might be tricky is this bandit ship, because it deals a ton of damage, and Spitfires are rather squishy, which 1900 max health.
A power well is under attack.
Now he uses his Shrine of War again, because now all of these units are dying, and he got some void power from using Unity earlier. And he used Unity again. I think it's again the... Oh no, this time it's the green affinity, which heals them up for a little bit. And now he is flying around the ship, so all of the cannons of the Spitfires can attack, and not just the cannons from one side. And there you saw a slight mistake. He spawned the Sunstriders a bit too early, so they... oh no, it was probably on purpose, because he spawned them and then used an Inferno onto the bandit ship. But they sadly died, so he couldn't has to spawn and use Ward of Sunstriders in order to pick up these power wells. One shot of the Tortogun sadly went through and killed one of his Spitfires, and almost killed all 3 of them, but 2 of them survived, which he can now heal up next to this power well. And you see he's activating Shrine of War again, so all of these units dying on either side give him back all of his void power, so he could pick up another power well. And he will really soon have the power for his monument. There it is. And within his main base he is soon gonna start building Comet Catchers, which he's gonna use to clear the big camp in the south. But for that he still needs his tier 4.
Your forces are under attack.
Over here you see he's even flying over there with the Spitfires to clear off these bandit tents, so less spawns come to attack his main base. And after they died he gets back the Void Power anyway, but sadly he didn't manage to get this one shot was missing. So a bit of a wasted attempt on the left side. And he even brings in some Sunstriders so he can maybe erupt it. Ah, there he goes. So this could have been done a little bit quicker even. He even has 2 Shrine of Wars now, so he can leave it on permanently. Oh, there we saw he... Ah, sorry, I missed that. He already summoned his... ported his Sunstriders from the north to the south. And he used a cluster explosion down here instead of using a comet catcher, and also a fire sphere. And this already cleared off this spawn camp and also quite a bit of stuff up here. Like, if I see this correctly, it looks like it's either a wall that has been died or a bandit walker, a bandit lieutenant or commander, and some smaller units as well. So already doing quite a bit of damage. And now come the comet catchers. He already built 3 of them, and as soon as they are ready he can do tons of damage down here. So on top of here he again just uses 1 squad of Sunstriders instead of any stronger units yet, because even a Moloch or something would probably still die down there as of right now. So he first of all wants to clear this camp a little bit further before he uses some units in which he has to invest much more power. As you see, the comet catchers are not quite ready yet, so he's still waiting for that. So let's speed up a little bit again. And as soon as he ports down, I'm gonna... Oh, there we go. He's even spawning a second squad of Sunstriders down here, so he has a few seconds in which they are invincible, but already grant him ground presence. So he has enough time to use all of his comet catchers down here. And you see Shrine of War is also active, so he gets all of his void power back immediately. But let's see if he managed to activate all of them. This one is activated, this one as well, this one as well. And you see they have quite some build-up time with these flaming comets, which only now get launched out. And then down here, you see where the red lights are, this is where they're gonna hit. And as you see, this already did a great amount of damage. And meanwhile now he built a Moloch, which is he's gonna send down next, because this is super tanky. Because of the passive ability of the Moloch, it only takes 10% of damage from magical and range attacks. So he's gonna be super tanky down there. Only melee attacks could really harm him. From range attacks he would have like 50,000 effective HP, which is just insane. There we go, he ports him down, and he already is activating all of the comet catchers again. And you see, even though it is getting attacks from all of these ranged units, 4 bandit ships, some bandit wind hunters, bandit sky wraiths, the Moloch is still only taking... Now he's taking quite considerable amount of damage, but this was also because of all of the melee units. You see, even the shots from the bandit artillery barely deal any damage against him. So he can use all of the spells like this Inferno, there's probably also a cluster explosion somewhere in there. And soon there's a fire spear, and soon more shots from the comet catchers are gonna come in. He could already do that, but I don't know if he does. So you see the Moloch is just not dying. There it finally died, but as you see, all of this has been cleared just by tanking with 1 single Moloch. So now because that Moloch died, he just brings in another one, puts it down here, and now since all of this field is already cleared, he can just walk over here, 3 Rotten Kale, and even spawn a Batarial now. Because even without the Shadow and Nature spell support, Batarial is still a super strong unit. He basically now has one of the strongest tanks and one of the strongest damage dealers in the game out in the field. And now even with Unity, the Moloch even helps Batarial tanking against ranged attacks. So now here with some cluster explosions, Comet Catcher shots, and it looks like even an Earthshaker. Or is this just because of ramping of the units? I don't know. But as you see, there's even a Fire Spear over here. Lots of spells are being used. This was another Comet Catcher shot, I think. And obviously Moloch is also super strong against buildings. Also these parts of the walls, and now he can just build up his tier 5 and tier 6. And by that basically win the game. He already killed both of these units and switched the gates so the units run up here. So he can just use the Comet Catcher shots to kill them in his own base. Now he can also pick up the 6th monument. Together with Shrine of War, he gets all of his void power back immediately now, because all of these units are dying. And with just another Batarial, this is easily enough to defend against this final onslaught. And as you see, just a few more seconds, and he's done. And there he goes. Now to just 1.5 more minutes of defending. And with 3 Comet Catchers, the Moloch and a Batarial, this is super easy. Even against these Twilight Dragons and stuff.
A power well is under attack.
So yeah, this was LEBOVIN's run. As I said, it was the first place in the Pure Fire category, clocking in a time of 22 minutes and 21 seconds. Congratulations again to LEBOVIN, and I hope you enjoyed this replay, and I'm gonna see you in the next replay. Bye.